Hello and welcome, for real this time, to Casual Magic. This is take 2. I can signify that guy like this. I had a opening, which you can see here, and here, and here, of the Commander 2015 set. Sadly, I didn't have the mic on, and so rather than waste your time trying to redub everything and make a crappy video, I've decided to just make a much shorter video. So I'm just going to briefly review all 5 sets and show them to you in order of what I believe their value to be and my recommendations. In 5th place, the Seize Control set with the Planeswalker Mizzix of the Ismangus. He's 2 colorless, a blue and a red, Goblin Wizard 2/2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost greater than the number of experience counters you have, you get an experience counter. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 colorless less to cast for each experience counter you have. So if you're just loading up with tons of spells, he's going to get them out a lot cheaper. That being said, this entire set, all the cards put together, it on paper counts as $59.36 worth of value. But as far as cards worth $2 or more, only $22.80 of value in this set, which is quite a bit lower than most of the other sets. If you need to buy this set, I recommend it. I'll just briefly go through. There's only 6 cards that are worth $2 or more. There's Arjun and the Shifting Flame at $2.05, Mizzix Mastery at $3.25, Mystic Confluence. I'll show you this one briefly just because it's $9.99. This is the second most valuable card in all of these sets. It's 3 colorless, 2 blue. For an instant, choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Counter target spell unless its owner pays 3. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Great card to have, but I don't think it's worth maybe buying this entire set. If you want to really get a good blue and red deck, there's probably a lot of others you can buy that are going to get a lot more bang for your buck. If you're just buying all 5 and you happen to get this one, okay, great. Otherwise, maybe you just want to go out and get this one blue card out of this set. Blatant Thievery and Reliquary Tower. So, again, not necessarily a ton of value in this set. So I would probably say pass. Next up, the Swell the Host set. It has $61.82 in total value, $28.06 for cards worth more than $2, and it has 9 cards worth $2 or more. Briefly show you Azuri Claw Progress. The commander, 2 colorless, a green and a blue for a 3/3 elf warrior. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is the number of experience counters you have. So he's going to get a lot of little tiny dudes out and beef them up. Pretty straightforward. Beyond that, Eternal Witness at $3.96, Kaseto Orochi Archmage at $2.55. Forgotten Ancient at $2.25. Solemn Simulacrum, if I can never say that right. Solemn Simulacrum at $2.71. Verdant Confluence at $2.17. Command Beacon at $5.84, which probably the nicest thing about it is not necessarily that it's 1 colorless mana, but you can tap it, sacrifice Command Beacon, put your commander into your hand from the command zone. So if you have trouble getting it out because it's just too expensive because it's been bounced so many times, don't worry, this thing can bring it back once and just pop it in your hand. Easy. This also is nice for a few of the commanders that have been less than playable to get them into the command zone, or to get them out of the command zone. This will actually just bring it in. Also, it's kind of cool to see the Eye of Sauron as a card. I think that might be copyright infringement, but I'm not sure. High market at $295 and another Reliquid Tower at $216. So 9 cards, nothing exactly amazing, but at least that you get a tiny bit more value. Next set, it's pretty close to the same. It's the Plunder the Graves set, which unfortunately with that glare, you're not going to see that one. It's the black and green set. So this commander is actually the most expensive one out of all 5 available. Marin of Clan Neltoth at $524. It's a 2 colorless black and green. Whenever another creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. It's a 3/4 human shaman. At the beginning of your end step, choose target creature card in your graveyard. If that card's converted mana cost is less than or equal to the number of experience counters you have, return it to the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. So excellent for graveyard shenanigans. Other notable cards, Eternal Witness, which I think in this deck works a whole lot better because you may return, when it enters the battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Really, that's the whole purpose of this deck. Stuff is going out, stuff is dying, stuff is coming back to your hand. Everything dies, everything lives. That's basically what this is doing, and I think this is much more effective in this one than the blue and green one. One of the alternate commanders, Mazarek Krull Death Priest, Michaeloth, Lightning Greaves, which, again, I feel bad that I bought Lightning Greaves last year, and now it's in some sort of mass reprinting. Crap. Eldrazi Monument, which I bought just last year, and I want to say I paid maybe $8 or $9 for it. Now with this one, $6.82. Yeah. Wretched Confluence and High Market. So 8 cards, they count for $30.91 of value. It's okay. Maybe not the most amazing, but it's getting a little bit better. Next set, moving just a tiny bit past that, Call the Spirits, which is the white and black set. Commander is Daxos the Returned, which if you remember in Theros Black, you remember the previous Daxos card. And also speaking of the Theros Black, I'm kind of curious what a returned Planeswalker will look like. I want to see that card. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Anyways, he's a colorless white and black for a 2/2 zombie soldier. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you get an experience counter. Then, for 1 colorless white and black, put a white and black spirit enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. It has this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of experience counters you have. So those little dudes are going to get out of control really quickly. So this one definitely has a lot of playability, a lot of fun involved with him, so definitely looking forward to playing him sometime. One of the alternate commanders, Karloff of the Ghost Council, 598. Definitely a good one. Another Lightning Greaves. If you're going to get Lightning Greaves, this is probably the better set to buy it in. Grasp of Fate, Lightning Greaves again, 379. Grasp of Fate, 375. Karmic Justice at 274. Phyrexian Arena at 498. One other thing I just want to quickly note, I've seen this played against me, especially in a blue black deck that's basically doing card draw, getting stuff into the graveyard, just drawing cards, stuff dies, stuff goes in the graveyard, they bring it back from the graveyard. Getting this out for colorless and 2 black in the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Just anything to get more cards. This is so effective in that type of deck. Not exactly positive about it in this deck. I mean, it helps, but in other ones, especially like a blue and black deck, this is a great card to have. I've never owned one, and I'm looking forward to using it. Black Market, 458. Again, I want to point this one out real quick. 3 colorless, 2 black. Whenever a creature dies, put a charge counter on Black Market. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add 1 black mana to your mana pool for each charge counter on Black Market. So a bunch of stuff comes out early on. You get this out, a bunch of stuff dies, and boom, you start getting more mana every turn to get out more stuff, to have more stuff die, to get more mana. And it starts getting out of control where, again, you're doing something like blue and black, or you're doing something like a dredge deck that can just pull anything out that you want. You just have to have mana. This will get you that mana. Have stuff die, make things cheaper? Yeah, sure, absolutely, why not? This is a fun card. And I think my friends are going to target this thing immediately. This thing hits the table, it's going to get destroyed. Righteous Confluence and Deadly Tempest. Now, moving on to the set, which in my opinion has the absolute most bang for your buck. The Wade into Battle set, on paper, has $73.98 worth of value. It has 10 cards worth $2 or more. They make up $43.91 worth of value. Now, if you're looking into cards that you can get for trade, or maybe you're trying to sell them on eBay, make pennies of profit, these 10 cards make up 59% of the total value of the set. But at least having over $40 worth of value in this set, just straight out of the box, including the most expensive card in the Commander 2015 print run, is amazing. I'll get to that one in a little bit. I'm pretty excited about it. At least show you the Commander first. Columnade, Disciple of Eros, 2 colorless, a red and white for a 3/3 giant soldier. Double Strike and Vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, you get an experience counter. Columnade, Disciple of Eros gets +1/+1 for each experience counter you have. It's alright. It's usable. Not completely amazing, but we'll see. Moving on, Magus of the Wheel. At 496, I do want to mention the super fun thing. 1 and a red, tap, sacrifice Magus of the Wheel. Each player discards his or her hand, then draws 7 cards. That's just ridiculous, especially if things are going your way and you want cards, things aren't going your way, and you just want to screw everybody. You have another friend who's playing with cards that you take damage every time you draw cards. Okay, well, play with this. Everybody gets a new set of cards. Just phenomenal. Or if someone just tutored to get their ultimate combo to go off, okay, whatever. Everyone, guess what? You get brand new cards. Super, super fun. Looking forward to playing with that. Torian Mauler, one of the alternate commanders, Anya Merciless Angel, Sun Titan, and the other alternate commander, Gisela Blade of Goodnight. So actually all 3 of the cards that you can use as commanders in this set are all over $2. This one was $2.14, Anya was $2.99, and Gisela was $3.15. So great price. Skipped over it. Sun Titan $2.06, Tori Mahler $2.01. But let's get to the good one. Blade of Selves. $14.71 for this card. Unbelievable. I mean, just for a commander card straight out of the box, to be worth that much, fantastic. Now let's get into why. It's 2 colorless for an artifact equipment, 4 to equip it. Not too crazy just yet. This is where it gets silly. Equipped creature has Myriad. So whenever it attacks for each opponent other than defending player, you may put a token that's a copy of that creature onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker he or she controls. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. So let's say you're playing in a 2-player game and you're attacking with something gigantic like a 10/10 creature, and you equip this to it. That means the next time around you get to attack with 2 10/10 creatures, and the second 10/10 goes away after a while. Or let's say for some reason Trostani is your commander, and when a creature hits the battlefield, you gain life. So you have this on your 10/10, you swing with it, you make another 10/10, you gain 10 life. And then if you want, because Trostani copies tokens, then you can make a copy of the token that's going to go away at the end of the turn, and your copy of the copy will stick around, and you gain 10 life from that. So then you have 2 10/10 creatures, and the next turn you're attacking with 3, and you get another 10 when that one comes in, and so on and so on and so on. And I am really looking forward to using this. The other crazy thing is whenever it attacks for each opponent other than defending player, you may put a token that's a copy of that creature onto the battlefield tap. So if you're playing in a multiplayer game, as long as everyone else is still alive, and maybe you're just trying to take out one guy or one girl, this card will make a ridiculous amount of tokens for very little. And again, 2 to get out, 4 to equip. This card is stupidly broken, and oh my god, I can't wait to play with this card. And I have a feeling that my friends are probably going to put in extra shatter or anything else to get rid of artifacts, because they probably just do not want to see this in play at all. Lightning Greaves, again, great standard card to get, 379. Urza's Incubator. First I want to say, why? I just bought these. I just bought like 2 English and 1 Japanese Urza's Incubators in Japan this summer. I think the English ones were maybe $450, and the Japanese one might have been $6. And now they're saying the average price is $451, which basically means now I can have as many as I want. They're plentiful. They're everywhere. So disappointed. Oh well, you can never tell. You know, you buy something great and Wizards will just reprint it because it's a good card. And then finally, Fiery Confluence at $359. So again, this stack of 10 cards right here, $43.91 worth of value, 3 possible commanders in the set, contains Lightning Greaves and Urza Incubator, which for anything tribal, this is great. You want all elves, you want all vampires, you want all dragons, whatever. As long as it's a tribal deck, this makes them cost 2 colorless less to cast, so you can get a bunch out a lot quicker. And the greatest card of the Commander 2015 set. So that being said, this one, the Wade into Battle set, if you're going to spend your money to buy one Commander 2015 deck, this is it. I can't recommend it enough. Buy. So that being said, I wish you all the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments if any of you also bought Commander 2015 sets, how you think you would rank them, or let me know how you did with them, because I'm curious. the people that you play against are certainly different than the people I play against. So one of these out of the box might end up actually being more powerful against some of my friends' decks. So I'm kind of curious if some of my low-end ones turn out to be more useful. We'll see. Until next time, thanks again for your time, and good luck.
Bye, bye, bye.